All right, here we are. Here is the what is aptly named the PP cam. So I got this NAS from the office right here. I opened it up to clean it out, but like I yoinked this from the office. It's an 8-bay with a whole bunch of 10 terabytes in it, but like all the disks just spun up at the same time and scared the shit out of me. If I cherry pick, won't I end up with a board with a bunch of different colored stems? What? Well, no, you buy a bunch of the same color. And also, how do you don't see your stems when you use your keyboard? Oh, this feels great. Simon, show us all your dielectric. Soon, Dad. Twitch MK just became Twitch data hoarders. Well, I mean, no, I mean, I have all my movies and TV shows on my PC in my room, but it's really annoying when I'm trying to sleep and I can hear the motherfucker spinning up. So, like, the whole point was to, like, have the NAS in a different room so I don't hear it. If you plan to get a manu in China, you need to build a relationship and specify everything. Yes, there is no magic manu. It's all about having a relationship. Yes. What if you're using GMK calcium? You'll see every stem. Yes, but you'll also see through the entirety of the universe, so you won't even see the switches. Okay, that's scratchy. There's some scratchy boys in here. Not many, but there's some scratchy boys in there. And then there's some like incredibly smooth ones for like no reason. What's up, Treeleaf? Simon, make race car sounds. Beep beep. Yes, I also type with tweezers. Are you sure cherry picking is needed? Simon, how was my breakfast? Delicious. I don't really eat breakfast. I have breakfast on weekends, but that's pretty much it. So my secret for space bars, by the way, is this. And everybody that has ever tried my space bars, everybody has loved it. I will always use a V1 round 1 tangerine for spacebar. It's a beautiful spacebar switch. Simon, I still wonder why you always have keyboards on your bed. I have a feeling you sleep with your boards. If you pay extra, so I mean, obviously I offer build services, but for a little bit extra, you get something else. You get the bonuses. Like, I think the majority feel pretty good. But like, some of them feel not too great. But again, that's why we cherry pick. Okay, this one feels fine. It's just the spring is kind of fucked up. Do you cherry pick before or after lubing? You always want to cherry pick as the very first step, so you don't waste any lube or any of your time. How many keyboards equals too many keyboards? Well, I own like, I think 29, so 30 is too many. Anything under 30 is perfectly reasonable, okay? Can the switches be salvaged or do they get dumped? They can be salvaged because switches are essentially 4 parts, 3 if you remove the spring, which you should. You've got your bottom, you've got your top, and you've got your stem. The majority of the times your tops are going to be okay, and it's going to be the bottom that's problematic. So what you can do is move it to a different bottom and use the top and the stem, and you're essentially saving 2 out of the 3 parts. Thoughts on Kill Pro purple switches? I am afraid. I am concerned. Have I tried Punchy thick thog springs? I don't do meme springs. What I do is this. I will show you what I do. What I do is I go to a very good, notable Korean spring maker with a history of good springs, and I buy 9,000 springs. Okay? That's what I do. When you do that, you don't need to try other springs. You've already got the best there is. What other springs do I recommend? Okay, so for me, in my opinion, in terms of hierarchy, you've got KBD mod springs, which were made by KMAC. They stopped production in 2013, but like I still have a little bit here, and they're in all my favorite builds. Under KBD mod, you've got Hojing, which is stocked by winkeyless.com, but only for sale within Korea. After that is TX, and then after that is whatever you want. What am I looking for when I'm cherry picking? Two things. I'm trying to find something that is smooth compared to everything else, and I use a constant switch just to remind myself what a smooth switch should feel like. And then I compare everything to that, and if it feels smooth, I'll put it on one side. If it feels scratchy, I'll toss it on this side. But this is just the first round. I'll do it again, essentially. Just to validate, because obviously, like, we're all human, we make mistakes. So it's not about the tolerances with TX, then what makes them not as good as Hojing? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. TX feel good. They're good springs. Hojing are great springs, in my opinion. They compress differently. They feel different, you know? It's like turning a knob, you know? Like, there's no such thing as a bad knob, but like sometimes like you turn a knob and like the weight isn't right for you and you don't like how the knob turns. But for me, the way that Hojing's knobs turn, I like. Anything you wouldn't buy from Taobao. A lot of things I wouldn't buy from Taobao. Anything that's like brand name. Have I tried any of the box tactiles? No, I tried box clickies, but that was it. And some box linears, and I was disappointed by the box linears. And yeah, the box clickies were okay. Simon, I love you. I love you. What is that yellow switch? This is a Gateron yellow with a clear top. Why were you disappointed? Because I bought on the very, very first batch that had a lot of fucking problems. The linears had issues with essentially ghosting or double key presses. The tactiles on the first round had an issue where the entire stem would rotate when you pressed it down, which was kind of shit. What is my favorite color sock? I don't care about colors. I care about what's on the sock. So I like socks with like vegetables on them, and bumblebees and llamas. What is my least favorite color sock? I think yellow, because it's very obvious. Which brand of switches do you usually cherry pick? I cherry pick everything because for example, like if I wasn't streaming right now, I could just like have like this on a little tray on my bed and watching TV, because you can do this like subconsciously while watching TV. Like your fingers know what smooth is and what not smooth is, and like you'll just do it. Like sometimes I'll lube while watching TV. It's fine. So like it's zero downtime. What Gateron do I prefer? I actually like all of them. I like clear tops, I like black tops, and I like milk tops. They're all pretty good. Like all of them have a particular a particular niche, you know. Milk tops are very popular because they have a deeper sound than clear tops, for example. And people like deeper sound. Simon, can you voice chat because it's stuttering? What? Nothing should be stuttering. I think he lives in like, where can I buy just milk tops? Nowhere. You have to buy the whole switch, which really sucks. Is your brain stuttering? Got him. Ooh, that's good. So like the good switch pile is huge. You mentioned that a stem rotated. What caused that? Lower housing or the stem itself? I'll try and show you somehow without a... Fuck, I can't even do it, but... So the issue was you have a box inside of another box, right? But then there was a thing that caused the tactility. But that thing that caused the tactility, right, was on one of the sides of the box. So as you press down, by physics, you have a thing and another thing that you're pressing against. The box stem would rotate as you pressed it down. As the little flipper that generated the tactility got in the way, as you pressed it down, it would rotate, which meant then your keycap would rotate when you pressed it. It wasn't a huge thing, but it was a huge oversight by them to not like figure that out. So that was the very first generation. But in general, I don't like MX tactiles. Have I ever tried lubing switches with LSD versus spring? I actually haven't. But in general, thinner lubes are not recommended to people that are not like top tier fucking like professionals. That includes like, you know, 103, 107, 106, 104, all of that, the 1 series, as well as like any oils, because it's kind of, it's rough. It's hard to tell if you've underlubed, it's hard to tell if you've overlubed, etc., etc. Has anyone tried lubing switches with anal fisting lube? Yes, but if it's water-based, it just evaporates, and very few of them are actually oil-based. You want something oil-based. I don't know why I gave you an actual answer to your meme question, but now you know. I'm going to sell all 1,000 of my Gateron switches. Nice.